Hello everyone and welcome back to Tomorrow 3. Today's level is going to be Madubu Gorge. I'm draining this level so much. Okay. So yes, we do start off after coming out of that temple. And here is the Madubu Gorge. I was always interested in that temple over there, but there's no way to get over there. It's very pretty, kind of intimidating a little bit, but yeah, there is no way to get over there, and you do have to make sure you are careful about these rapids, because this water is unswimmable. If you are in it in any fashion, it will just kill you. These bats always scare me. Didn't do it this time, somehow. We're going to be fighting some new enemies, and you have to be careful. Because like cobras, they can poison you. You never want to make sure that you are too close for them to start breathing poison, because if they do, you're doomed. Especially if you are primarily if you are doing no meta packs, because the only way for you to cure it is to get a health crystal. Otherwise, you're kind of out of luck. However, we are going to go down here, and this is the only spot down here to stand. So we are going to go on the right here. I'll keep going. She's real close to these rapids. Pretty scary, the idea of it. Okay, so up here. And we are going to go over here. I thought I'd make that. I'll see you back when I get in this spot. Okay, I'm back over here. We are going to go on the left part first. Annoyingly, you're like a little bit not close enough. I did happen to skip them this time, because the way that I'm going to be taking it, I don't need to go back there, so that's fine. Because there actually are a couple of different routes you can take to finish this level. Although, there are some paths that will make it so that you can't get all the secrets if that's what you're going for. So I will make sure to be careful about that. And if you want to get all the secrets, you have to be as well, because it will screw you out of them. I'm going to try something reckless. I just want to see. If not, I'll do it the legit way. I just want to see if this will let me make it. Okay, it does, but barely. Okay. So, one of the paths you can take is to go back up there. There will be a little hole that you can crawl in where the bats came from. There will be some items up there. I think it's like a small metapack and shotgun shells up there. And that will take you into the kayak, which you do need. And that will let you go ahead and go in these rapids and start going down. However, we are not going to do that, because we are going to go this path over here. And this will take us to the first and I believe second secret, pretty much one after another. It might be, because I'm trying to remember in my head, because it's been a while since I've done this level. I hate this level. The first secret should be closer. The second secret might take a little bit longer. Third secret, we'll have to see when we get to it. Okay, so over here. And we're going to go on this platform up here. Okay, I'll save again. I'm going to be doing this a crazy amount in this level because you kind of have to. Okay. The only way you can grab this is if you go on the very leftmost part. If you go any more to the right, she'll hit the rapids and she'll die. Okay. So there is a save crystal here if you need it, or a healing crystal. I probably will get it by default. There we go. Okay, push this button. That will open this gate back up. Okay, so there is some monkey bars here. I don't know what those creatures are called. I usually just call them gremlins. Either way, we're going to be facing a lot of those here. A bunch. Okay, we're going to go on these bars here. If I happen to fail on this one, I will show you a small shortcut. We'll have to see. But this is the official way to do it. Okay. So down and then shimmy. And we're going to go aiming towards this platform here. Okay, and then right here. I didn't fail it. So the other thing you can do is the spot right below this platform, not where she's standing right now, but where she was, the slope here. You actually can stand on that water. I don't know why they did that, but it is possible. That's a little bit of a quicker way, especially if you're trying to speedrun it. You kind of have to do that. Okay. So you can ignore these ladders for now. These ones here. And this one, you have to make sure that you jump enough. Okay. There we go. That makes it a little bit easier. There's going to be a gremlin here. Should be coming out from that platform. There's also going to be one up here. You're going to be facing a lot of them, and you have to make sure you're careful if you're doing the meta packs, because, as I mentioned before, poison is your worst enemy, because you have no way to cure it except crystals. Okay. Okay, so this switch, and that will open the gate to where we can get the first secret. Yeah, I believe if you go the other routes, it truly screws you out of getting some of the secrets, because you will have no way to get them. Because some of the paths don't take you to these parts here. However, all the paths do meet up at one point in particular. It all goes to one central point. But if you want the secrets, you have to take this route. You don't really have a choice. Okay, let me... Do I have shotgun ammo? I don't. I don't have any grenade ammo either. Well... That's not going to work either. Okay, there is going to be a gremlin here. He will start coming at you even though we're here. That's the annoying thing about this part. Really the only way that I can think of to somehow manage to skip that is if you have your shotgun ready and you somehow manage to dodge that first bit of poison. That's the only way I'm aware of to skip that a little bit. I'm not going to heal with the meta pack because there should be a heal crystal here. Yes. Okay, so that'll cure it for me. Yeah, if you went ahead with the kayak... Hold on. kind of have to go around the gun zone. Come on. There we go. Okay, so if you went on that first path, you'll eventually come here, and then you'll start going down these rapids. You do want to avoid the red lines, because the red lines trigger traps. Green lines, however, over there, will open doors, or it will close, it will turn off traps. So avoid red, go green. Kind of like a green light on a traffic light thing. That's the best way to memorize it. Okay. Is there a thing here? I don't think there is. There is a save crystal there, but I don't think you can get that if you took this path. There are going to be some things that are really going to be annoying to get, depending on the path you take. Okay, so we'll go back. And this time, we are going to have to take the ladders, because we have to get back up. Okay. You will always take a little bit of damage here. There's no getting around it. It's just going to happen. And I will say, don't go too far if she's not grabbing with all fours, because if you do that, it's going to make it so that she gets stuck. The only way you'll have to is to slide back down, and then she might not be able to make it without being killed with the spikes. So I would definitely make sure you're careful. There is a little bit of a thing here with these slides, but I wouldn't risk it with spikes near it. That if you happen to go like shimmying right on a ladder and there's a ramp, you can kind of keep going right, and the slope will take you as far as the slope has the height, and then you'll have to go up the rest of the way. So it's a little bit faster that way. Okay, so this right here, this will be the first secret. And there are piranhas in this water as well as the currents, or the rapids, I should say. Okay. Here's the first secret, and there is going to be... There we go. There is a thing here. MP5 ammo. If I say M16, you know what I'm talking about. I'm so used to 2 that I just keep calling it by the T-2 name. Okay, so we are going to go... We're going to go over that way. But I'm going to save first. Just to make sure. Okay. You do have to do a running jump for those. And you've got to make sure you're careful with these, because there's going to be some flames on these. And there's also some flames there. However, if you happen to get stuck in the flames, there are water nearby, but you may have to heal a bunch to get there. Let me see. I've got to make sure she's going to land it. She might not land it. Okay, nope. I kind of figured that was going to happen. It kind of happens for me every time I play this level. It's really hard to get that jump to work for me, for some reason. Okay, tip number 2. There we go. I was definitely not far enough. Okay, don't jump on this second platform, because the save crystal will bait you into thinking you can jump on it. You can't. You will turn on fire as well. So you're just going to want to jump across, and you'll still get the crystal, just don't step on the platform. Yes. There is a gremlin down there, but you can skip him. We're gonna go here. Is there anything over there? There is. Small med pack. Okay. I forgot about the darts. Okay. So down here. And this will take us behind this waterfall, which we do need. Our goal is, if you need the save crystal, go down there and get it. I'm not going to bother since I already have gotten the other one of the health versions if I'm doing PC. I'll go this way. Okay, even though this is sloped, you can step on it. So you have to worry about it. Okay, so down here in this crawl space. And we are going to go over here. Because over here is going to be the second secret. Just trying to run out of slots. So in there is the way to progress, but we need to get this secret first. And you want to make sure you're not going to overshoot, so you want to be up more than you think you'd need to. Like this. Okay. As far as I'm aware, you can still get that if you happen to manage to fight the current, but it's rough, because the current is going that way. So you really have to fight it to get it to go. Okay, so over here, near this hut. Okay, technically you've already gotten the secret, but you want to get these items because they're really good. Large mana pack, and a rocket. And we will be getting the rocket launcher this level. It is very nice. You want to make sure you don't miss it. Okay. So back over here. Make our way back to where we started. You want to make sure you're not going to hit your head. So you want to go a bit more left and then turn. That jump is a bit tricky. At least for me it is. Okay, so back up here. And now we're going to go in that right path. Okay, save again. And there are going to be alligators in this water. I believe there's 2 of them. And there's the one. The other one is somewhere else. There it is. Just want to get her to aim. Alright, now we're good. I'm going to check the water for items first. I don't think that there is any that I can see. No, I don't think so. I will say I do love like the water light particles. Very, very pretty. Okay, we're going to pull this switch. And then we're going to go up here. Because now we have this door open. we need to get back up here. Well, not up here. We need to go over here to this kayak. Now the intensely annoying part starts. But it is part of it. Okay, I'm going to save. I would highly recommend you do this before you start doing this part, because this can go horribly awry. Okay. Your ways of paddling are your direction buttons. And you want to make sure, especially if you are doing no mana packs, that you are careful with this kayak part, because you need to take the least amount of damage possible. Because there is going to be a part where you have to drop, and it requires you to have enough health to live through it. If you don't have enough health, you can't complete the level. Unless you happen to somehow have like a healing crystal somewhere that you can go and get, you're going to have to really make sure you micromanage your kayaking, because it's going to hurt you in the end if you don't. Okay. So you're going to have to make sure that you go as slow as possible and constantly keep backing so she's not going to like zoom across and get hurt. If you want to save crystal, you can go right and try and fight the current. I'm not going to bother. Here's the part I showed earlier. This is not what you want to do, but I want to do anyway to show it. Okay, and you want to go to this green rope here. This will cut off those blades. Yeah, there we go. So that will cut down on some of the damage. This is a pretty hefty drop, so be careful. You're going to take a little bit of damage probably. This one's really hard to dodge. I'll pause here just so I can show it. The right path is one way to go through to complete the level. However, if you want to make sure that you get 1, the third secret, and 2, to make sure that you get the rocket launcher, you have to take the left path. You don't really have a choice, because it's going to make it nearly impossible to get them if you don't. So we're going to go left even though it has traps. There is no choice. Not that I'm aware of, at least. If there is, you can let me know. Okay. You are going to have to make sure you heal at some point in here, because you will take some damage. Same with this. You're going to have to fight the current, because behind this waterfall is the very last secret. I will go to the effort of getting it just because of damage. Just know it's possible to do this level without map packs. I have done it. It's really hard though. Really, really hard. Okay. So the only thing in here is just a save crystal. Or healing crystal if you get it. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now you can just keep going right so that the current will just take you. We are going to come back to these. MP5 and larger attack. Okay, over there, if you can see on the left, that is where the rocket launcher is. We will come there eventually. You do not want to dismount ever in this water, because of the piranhas. You'll see why. Okay, the way to get up, to progress, is to go that up part first. However, I am going to show this part down here, just to show what's down here. I've never known how to do this part. I don't know what I'm missing for it. I will show it. And then now I will reload. Okay, there is a part down here that has this gigantic door with more rapids. I don't know what you need to do to get this open, because this is one path that you can take, I believe, I don't know what's in it. I have never been able to do it. I have no clue how to do that part. No clue. I have no idea what's in there. I don't know if it's a fake out, if there's actually nothing there, or if there actually is something. I have no clue. I believe that the other path that you take winds up funneling back in here, and then you can go up this way. So we will go back up. And we're going to go up that green colored looking waterfall. Yeah, this area is going to be very important, but we can't do anything in it for quite a while. Okay, it's up here. This current's strong, you have to fight it. There we go. It gets easier once you're actually up there. And same as usual, you cannot be in any waters. It's still rapids. There will be an alligator in here. Gotta make sure you're careful of this part too. If you have the harpoon gun, you can use the harpoon gun. However, I usually just dismount and try my best to get there real quick. He still might get a chomp there. Thankfully he did. I forgot about the gremlin. Hold on. Shoot. This is not good. Yeah, you do have to be careful about that gremlin. I fucking mentioned it. I knew it was here, but I thought it wouldn't come out till you got to a certain spot. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take a small med pack. And I'm gonna go here. We are going to have to come back here eventually because this kayak right here is going to be the way to get down the finish level. But we're going to be doing this first. We are going to be doing a lot of monkey bar climbing. And it's a huge amount of it. Not only that, there's paths on the way too. Okay, this is what happens because you get stuck down here and you literally cannot get back up. You're just stuck. Okay, so don't run, jump, just jump. There we go. I want to go off this way. You have to make sure you're careful here because of these fires. You kind of have to time it to where it's going to stop. If you're too slow, she will go on fire and you can't put it out. Because the only way to put it out is this water. That's not going to work. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit close. Okay. So over here. And we'll save again, so I'll do that whole thing again. Alright. So over here. Now what I meant to do That's why I saved. I kind of figured this would happen. Okay, over here, and this is the rocket launcher. This will be really helpful, especially for the really tough enemies. I have a couple of enemies in mind that I'm saving those for. You can use them for bosses if you want, but I generally save those for certain enemies at a certain level set. Okay, so large unpack, and then I believe you want to grab the part with the water, because the other part will just make you drop. Yes. I believe it's too low. Same with this. I'm gonna grab this part over here with the water. Yes. For some reason it's a little bit low, or it just makes you drop. I don't know entirely why. Okay. Back over here. You can use a ladder, you can just do this. It's a little bit easier. Okay, same deal. We're going to be doing the monkey bar stuff again with the fires. Although I think it's just one of them this time. Be a little bit careful. Oh, not too close. Oh, not there. You kind of have to go like right before it starts turning off. That'll make it easier. I remember when Tina Von Rotter played, she started running too close to this and got stuck. She jumped, and Laura fell off and got in the water. I remember that like it was yesterday. Flares and shotgun shells. Let's see here. I believe you have to go back. Yeah. And this time it's the same. I'm going to be doing a lot of climbing. Think about like what's coming next. I think I know what's coming next. So over here, once I save, okay. So you're going to want to aim more on the left, but not too far. Okay, normally what most people do with this is just keep going left, even though there's this. It just like, it takes you up a little bit. Same with this. A little bit easier this way. It makes the climbing a little bit quicker. Because the climbing is a bit monotonous anyway, but it has to be done. Okay. I remember this part of it too, when she played. It was, she had forgotten that this is a pretty hefty drop. Pretty big drop. Okay, I remember this part too. You're going to want to make sure that you go to as far close to the ramp as you can and crouch. So sprint and crouch aesthetically. There. And there's going to be another one. I remember how in the world did you do that one. I think you also have to crouch. I think that was the trick. I think that was the trick. Okay. Crouch. And I believe this one is the same deal. Yep. I fell for the same trick. There's one there too. And there's one there. Yep. It's all the same trick. Okay. Alright. So now we're in this part. Save again. And a lot more climbing. No bats. Okay. Alright, so just a bunch left. We want to get to that crawl space. Because this was the right path, if you remember, from that one split I paused for. This is that right path. Okay. So right here. I believe there's a meta pack here somewhere. I think. I might be thinking of something else. Okay, this platform. Then right here. And this platform. And then zipline across. I think if you do it a little bit sooner, it can save you a little bit of damage. Okay, oh, hold on. I'm sure you can see this. This looks very familiar. It's going to, for a very specific reason. Okay, there's going to be a grill in here. It's going to come from the left. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to pull this switch. Because if you remember looking at that, it kind of looks like a plug. And that's because it is. That, very loud noise, is going to be the plug being lifted. So now, did not mean to do that. But I can't show it now. The plug has been lifted. So all the waters that were still are now moving. They're all rapids. And we need a kayak because the kayak is the only traverse rapids. So we're going to go back over there, and that will take us back to that one kayak I was mentioning before. The one we need to go back to. Let's see if there's not an item here. I think that there is. Unless I'm mistaken. I play it again. I think it might just be because I just took out a trigger spot. Okay. there's going to be a golem here too. Okay, a little bit clumsy, but it's fine. Did not mean to get poison there, but it's fine. So this will take you back here. And now we're going to go back on our journey. This is the part I am mentioning about the health. You have to make sure that you have enough health to live through this, because this is going to involve a very hefty drop. If you don't have enough health, you will not make it. This part's tricky because, especially if you are at like a questionable level of health, like I was when I first did my no metapack all secrets run, because this is going to put you pretty hefty downwards. So you're going to make sure you go forward enough, but you're still backpedaling to counteract it. It requires that much health. Full stop. There is no way to go back for that. Okay. So there's going to be an alligator down here. Is that a switch? I don't think it is. I think that's just a way for you to get up to kill the alligator, which I could do. How about the part where it mingled? There we go. You want to kill it quick? Or too far? Because otherwise you have to let it back. There we go. Okay, we'll save it here again. I'm trying to use the least amount of medipacks I possibly can. So let's see. I do believe that once you pull this switch down here, that there will be another one coming. Because this is going to open that door up there. Okay. It gives you like a little bit of a thing of like, oh, there's two of them. Get up quick, get up quick. No. Shoot. I almost died. It's fine. Okay. I know I'm stupid. Like I could do a mid-pack and be fine, but I want to show that it is possible with a little bit of help. There we go. Okay, this is the end of the level. Okay, this was Madubu Gorge. There are parts of this level that I can appreciate, but this is one of my least favorite levels of this game. I really hate it, but it has to be done. If you happen to actually like this level, you can let me know. You can try and give me a reason to take a second look at it, but I've played these levels enough to get a gist of all of them, and Madubu Gorge, I dread every time it comes up. Okay, with that being said, if you like what you see here, please do consider subscribing. I'm trying to go a platform as big as I can. If you want to support the content, you can like and share it. It does help me immensely, especially where I'm doing retro content. It is really hard to build that naturally. If you want to know any kind of update with content, whether it be times being moved, days being moved, or streams being moved, you can find that on my Twitter, which is at Kyrion_. I do stream each week. Timing is a bit off because of personal things I'm dealing with. I'm trying to get past them, but it's hard. But I generally try and go for Tuesdays and Thursdays, although this week that you're watching this, I probably have moved a couple things around. That's just for my own sake because it's been rough. So if you want to find that, you can find that on kick.com/etherealmalice. I do plan on trying to do... if you're a fan of retro content like me and you know some of the Sega games, you probably know Shining Force. I'm going to try and do Shining Force, but all of the voices are done by me. I don't know how it's going to wind up being, especially where it's live. I'm so used to doing it where I can cut stuff out, so we'll have to see. But yeah, you can find that at kick.com/etherealmalice, or you can find it in the description below. Okay, I will see you in the next level, which will be Temple of Puna. So I will see you then.